Are we taking bets on what Brock Lesnar was taking? Because if we're taking bets on that, I just want to go ahead and put all my money on Mick Jagger's sperm. I mean, if we're talking about something that's going to boost your testosterone, Mick's balls are basically a factory at this point. So I'm not saying like he was taking it like that or anything, but just straight shooting up Mick Jagger's sperm. Put me down like $20 on that in the pool. Hello friends, it's your old pal Dalby, and today, while my family is napping, we're going to talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And like any good Saturday, let's start with drugs. The pride of Regina, Saskatchewan.
Finally, out of Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Brock Lesnar has allegedly tested positive for a banned substance according to the UFC and the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. Personally, I'm not surprised. The guy looks like Captain America and the Incredible Hulk had a baby that was then bottle-fed nothing but Coors Light until its teen years. But still, he did pass a number of tests leading up to UFC 200 where he fought against Mark Hunt, so it's possible that this one is wrong because he passed all those other tests, but it's also possible that the US ADA just finally started testing for the stuff that Bane used to juice up on before he would beat the shit out of the Batman, and that they finally caught Brock Lesnar using venom. From one new dad to another, congratulations to Mick Jagger, who at the age of 72 has impregnated his 29-year-old girlfriend with what will be his 8th child. Now, for those who are keeping score at home, that's 8 kids total, 4 of whom are older than their most recent stepmom. Turns out that all the drugs and the partying have actually made his sperm immortal, which is dangerous for any woman that's thinking about seeing an upcoming Rolling Stones concert date. As a public service announcement, I'd just like to say, if you've got seats in the first 5 rows or so, we're going to go ahead and say you're in the splash zone. You're going to need to wear some sort of poncho/condom to protect all your bits, unless, of course, you'd like to have baby number 9, which, I mean, hey, he's got the money. You wouldn't have to spend a lot of time with him. He's 72 years old, for Christ's sake. Finally, Donald Trump has announced his right-hand man for the upcoming U.S. presidential election, and a fella named Mike Pence. Pence seems like a lovely fella, you know, the type, hates gays, loves religion, thinks that he's allowed to tell women what they can and can't do with their body, that sort of thing. He also once called Trump unconstitutional and offensive because of the whole Muslim ban from the United States thing. He also actively endorsed another candidate in the Republican race instead of Trump, but now they're besties, so, you know, all that is water under the bridge. Donald might still be holding a grudge, though. I only say that based on the logo for their campaign. Mike Pence's name is literally getting fucked by Donald Trump's name in this picture, and somehow people don't see that, or at least the person who designed it didn't see that, or the person who approved it didn't see that, or Donald Trump didn't see that. Maybe the designer did see it and hates Trump, and they didn't know that when they came to him. They're like, we need you to design a logo for this. And he was just like, oh, I will design your logo. And then they were like, that's great, and paid him a bunch of money. And he was just like, what the fuck? Now, I get it. Some people don't see what's wrong with this. Hang on, let me animate it. And now it makes a lot more sense with the T going into the P. Now, it's a great tea. It's a huge tea. It's probably the nicest tea you'll ever see. A very rich and affluent tea, but it is still running a full train on that P. And apparently Mike Pence, who hates all the things we talked about earlier, is just like, yeah, all right, whatever. Just make me the vice president. And that's the news, or at least as much of it as I can find while my family is napping. If you like the video, you should probably like it. Those two things go together. If you want to see more, the subscribe button will make sure that you don't miss any new videos that we have coming out. And if you didn't like it, and this was some sort of bizarre test of your inner strength, congratulations, you made it. But you should probably just read a book or something next time you feel like torturing yourself. Farewell, friends.